Hello, my fellow Kokedama makers. Kokedama is a Japanese art form, and basically it's a plant that's covered in a ball of soil, which is then covered in a ball of moss. These are usually plants that will hang, which is something that you will be doing with yours, I'm going to assume. And it's a lot of fun. You have to get ready to get your hands dirty. We're going to be mixing bonsai soil and peat moss. Today we're using a crispy fern. This may be what you have. You might have a different kind of fern, but the steps are still the same regardless of what sort of fern we're going to be turning into a kokedama today. So one of the first things that we want to do is get our soil wet and pliable. So I'm going to be putting it in the water here and get all nice and just flexible so that it's not so difficult for us to do what we need to do. I'll let that sit for a minute. After you let it sit for a bit, you're going to take it out and literally just squish that excess water out of your moss ball. And then we're going to set it on the paper towel. And we'll come back to this in a moment. All right, now this is where we really get to get our hands dirty. We're going to take our peat moss, bonsai soil, and then we're going to mix a little water in there. Not too much, but enough so that we're literally going to be channeling our childhood and making a mud pie. Playing in the dirt is therapeutic, something we all need to do from time to time. And this gives us a great opportunity to do that. All right, mix a little bit more water in there. Okay, we're gonna mix this. Basically going to be creating a ball. Get it all in there, create a ball. All right, so we're going to leave this here for a moment, and then we're going to hop on over to our plant. We're going to just kind of squeeze this a bit to get the pot off nice and easy. And then we want to start to remove the soil from the plant, from the root ball. So we're just going to take our thumbs and just sort of work it so that we're able to separate the plant root from the soil as much as possible. Okay. So this is very, very connected. But we want to get rid of this soil because we want to replace it with our peat moss bonsai soil mix. And that's just going to be better for having the plant essentially live in its new habitat. All right, so we're going to come back to our root ball and we're just going to squeeze out some of the excess water. Again, just go back to that childhood mud pie moment. Gotta love it. Right, so now we're going to break this in half, and don't worry about it if it's not a perfect break. But we're going to make this little earthen ball here into two, and we're going to take our plant and stick it in the middle, and then just sort of recreate that ball of soil with our plant in the middle. Again, don't worry about it if it's breaking apart. Don't worry about it if it's not perfect. This is definitely not something to stress over. You can grab some soil and kind of piece it back together, sort of squeezing it as you go. So there. I love this so much. This is just so satisfying. Just holding this little ball of dirt with life sprouting out of it. You just gotta love it. Like I said, this is a mess. You just have to embrace it. It's good to make messes. So I have our sheet of moss and it's been wrung out. I have holes. I'll be filling in those holes that I'm taking this. There's a hole in the center there, so I'm just putting a little bit of moss to fill in that hole. But for the most part, I have a pretty good sized solid sheet that I'm working with. We're gonna take our little floating earth plant, stick it right in the middle, and then we're going to bring our moss up. Oops, there's a little dirt there. moss up and we'll pin it in. We've got these wires that are cut in half for you in your kit. So you're going to take those and you're going to pin them in just to help hold that moss in place. Again, bring it up. And take another pin. Pin it in place. Rotate it. And just keep doing this all the way around. If it gets a little bulky at the top, you can just rip that moss off. Pin it in place. And you can tear off that extra if it gets to be too bulky. Close it up. Pin it in place. I'm going all the way around. All right, so you're going to take your piece of twine that essentially has a central point with 6 arms coming out of it. Just have everything, each strand should be opposing its partner here. Spread all out. You're going to pick up your lovely little moss ball with this plant popping out of it and stick it right in the center. Then we want to bring up our strands and sort of essentially get them out of the way. We're going to tuck them into the inside of your plant. Crispy fern is nice and hardy. Obviously, depending on the kind of plant you have, you want to do this carefully. Just work in around the leaves to get all of these strands out of your way temporarily. There are many different ways to tie up a kokedama. This is just one way. We're going to take your smaller piece and we're going to wrap it all around. So you're catching each of your pieces of twine. And you're coming up, leaving a little bit of a moss lip at the top there. And you're just going to tie it off. You can knot it off if you want. You can tie it. I'm going to do a knot nice and tight. Cut it off. Then we're going to take these strands, make it nice and tight. Kind of find that central point of balance. Lift it up, make a loop. Pinch that all together. You're pinching all of your 6 strands together. We're going to take your third piece of twine, leave a bit of a tail for tying off, but you want to just loop around a few times, nice and tight. And you're going to come back and tie these together. I'm going to cut some excess off. And tie these together and make a nice knot. Nice and tight. I'm going to double that up to make sure it stays. And then you've got some excess twine that you can definitely just clip off or braid it back into itself. You can definitely get creative with how you want to do that. Now you've got your kokedama that's ready to hang. For kokedama care, they do like to be placed in indirect bright light, filtered light, I should say. And some of you may have added on this kokedama hanging hook. You can hang it, you can screw it to your ceiling, or you can have it on the wall. And that's just a decorative way to hang your kokedama. When it comes to care, probably about once a week, you're going to want to run water through it over the sink. Let it hang out until it's drying a bit, until it's dried out a bit. Then you can squeeze the moss ball to get rid of any excess water and then hang it right back up again. All right, enjoy.